Yo. So, last episode was very bad on my part. Basically, I had a phone call. I had to get some stuff done. But nah, that's got nothing to do with this. So yeah, I had to basically stop what I was doing and get on with other shit. Now, I said I was going to get rid of this mesh, which I am. But I said I was going to keep the material. The material is actually very good. It works perfectly, but not on this mesh. This mesh is, a bit iffy. So I'm just going to scrap this mesh. I designed another mesh, or two meshes, in SketchUp because I can't use Max. I use features of Max, but I can't actually model in Max because I'm primarily engineer modeling based stuff. Because I used to work with aircraft and I used to use CAD to like make plates and stuff. SketchUp is practically the same. So I made this in SketchUp. When you export from SketchUp, you can't export with smoothing groups. It doesn't really matter that much, but I wanted to make sure I had smoothing groups just in case. So I exported this to Max, and in Max I added smoothing groups, exported that to a FBX file. I don't need to save that. I do need to save this though. And because I grouped the two meshes in their own groups, I can import them separately. So all I have to do is not combine meshes, and then I got two different meshes. The problem I always have is getting the material on, because these squares are tiny, and each 4 block is practically one material. If I come in here, yeah, there's a massive difference. But it doesn't actually matter in this case because of the material we're using. The material we're using is, hang on, I don't think these line up, do they? I don't know, it's hard to tell. No, they don't line up. No, they don't line up, so yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, the material we're using, it doesn't really matter because it's world based, so I can move it and move it and move it and move it and move it, and yeah, it will always line up, which is awesome. Let's just cancel that. There is one problem with doing it this way. There is no collision, and if I try adding collision, I get this weirding stuff. If I go too complex, oops, I'll end up with crashes. Oh, that isn't too bad actually. Let's add a couple more splits. No, I don't need to add any more splits. But yeah, I don't really need all that many. Let's add some more splits actually. Yeah, it's not too bad. But I'm not actually going to use that. I'm going to use something called per poly, because there aren't that many polys actually in this. So let's have a look. 60 triangles, bugger all. So we're going to enable per poly, so I've got to find that. Can you see per poly anywhere? I bloody well can't. Remove. Yes. UVs, don't care about UVs. Use simple. Used to be in here. Unless they moved it. Probably just moved it. So yeah, let's go back to the mesh. Mesh 2 is actually this one. And yeah, it's all the way over there because of the way this works. So I know this is all a bit small, but I've already worked most of this out. The straw scale is 299. Just copy that, paste, and I just got to work it into the right space. That's about right. And just lift it up a bit, and that's practically perfect. And on here we go to collision. Oops, default. Might be down here. Collision. I can't remember where per poly is. I don't think this actually has. Let's find this. I swear per poly's in here. Simple box collision, line collision, function, console. Yeah, enable per poly collision. Oh, there we go. So these should actually have collision. Let me get the other one in, which I just lost. Movement, display. And then we just get rid of this. I don't really need collision on there per se. It's just it's mainly because I whoops, just get that over there. It's because I'm going to be blocking all this off with just a basic blocking volume. It's just these whoops, this part over here is better to show. These parts by I don't want you. These parts by here you can step on. I could just put a blocking volume in the shape of that, but I can't be bothered. I'm a lazy git, you should know me by now. So what was I going to do? Oh yeah, it's per poly. So let's see if we actually do have collision on here. Should turn up as purple. And we don't. So let's have a look why. Collision. Default. Default. So actually go to collision, block all. default. Whoops. Collide with channel. Opponent vehicle. Default. Cloth, no. Dead pawn. That should be right. Well, let's lock this. Show. And this should be working. Why you not work? Third party collision. So yeah, I use third party on a few things. Yeah, sure. Default cloth grain. It should work. Unless I need to build the geometry, which I very much doubt. Let's build geometry anyway. Show. Where is it? Textual block wall, So I'll be back in a second. I just need to go look at another map. Right, yeah, sorry about that. I found out why. It's because you need to untick all these. Well, I'm thinking that's why. I made the bunkers pretty much the same way as I made these in X Mountain. And I had to use per party because I couldn't get a proper collision mesh to come in to be imported with it. But, yeah. So let's see if that worked. It should have. Yay! There we go. We have purpley purple Purpleton. Well, it's brown, not purple. But yeah, that's it. I have these in now. I am happy. I don't. Oh, I thought I lost my mouse again then. So let's. As I said, I don't particularly need collision I could do it. I could approximate collision the other way, but this is good enough. Now the only thing I need to do is fix up this, which isn't going to take that long. I'll probably do that off camera. It would seem I've lost collision on some stuff. On the walls. Why have I lost collision on the walls? Or is it not showing that particular collision? Yes, different type of collision. Freaking out then. So yeah, we that's what we have. It's done. I'm happy. Stuff to do next. I have no clue. As I say, I gotta get that done. I gotta get underneath here done. Actually, come up pretty good. Yeah, underneath here done. I need to redo all these. Yeah, it's a bloody mess down here. I also need to put them in here. So let's just do that. I want to put them in between each of the doors because I'm planning on having the spotlights near the doors. Got one here, probably going out there. And yeah, I had someone asking about tanks and wanting large open areas for tanking. I'm not a tanker myself. I'm more of a sniper. But there is a problem with the game, or most maps, especially this one. This one's a big yeah, a big example of this. Basically, there is no room to tank. The biggest maps for tanking are Lakeside and X Mountain. Everything else is really tight. Yeah, Field has quite a good tanking zone, but trying to get in and out of the bases is a problem. Don't get me wrong, I made X Mountain. I wanted a big tanking zone. There is a massive tanking zone. When I first made the map, it was almost 2 or 3 times the size of it is now. We had to scale it down just because the infantry. Infantry is probably more important than tanks in Renegade X, or in Renegade. So there is a trade-off between tanking, tank maps and infantry maps, which we have to address. As I said, I addressed that in X Mountain because I had to. I had no choice. Because the map would play like crap if I didn't. So with that in mind, each map we make, even remix like this map is actually bigger. Well, if you've seen the first episode, it is actually bigger than the original by about 5%. It doesn't seem like much, but when you put the original map compared to this, the original wall came to about here. Oh, I'm sorry, came to about here, and this part was pretty much tiny. I've even had to widen these entrances, so this wall was actually about here before I moved it over. I've moved it over quite a lot, but you can fit probably a mammoth tank in between what I've moved, which you've probably seen if you've been watching this from the episode 1 to what we at now, something like 19 or 18. You'd see it, and yeah, I can't complain about tanking. I can't complain about infantry, because if we start messing with those, we have to rebalance the entire game, and right now it's at a point that it's pretty well balanced. People whinge about SBHs and artillery's arc. Yeah, Nod has a little bit of an advantage, but if GDI pull together and do a nice rush and don't get mammoth tanks are worthless. The only time you get a mammoth tank is to hold the position. That's the only time you get a mammoth tank. You don't use them for rushing. You use med tanks for rushing, or APCs. But yeah, you get that. I can't change the gameplay. I can mess with gameplay through the world, through the maps. People on about there's no cover in here. There's loads of cover in here, but the cover is at strategic. I can't even say the word. Points that I strategic points. Yeah, there we go. It's like here. There's no point putting cover here because there's loads of cover. There's cover there. There's cover there. There's cover here, there. You could even plop yourself behind here and behind that. There's loads of cover in the tunnels. I could put a load of barrels in here for even more cover, but the more cover you have, the worse you are going to be with the snipers. Tunnels are notoriously sniper magnets. And as I said before, I don't like to snipe in tunnels, but I have to foresee what people are going to do. And these tunnels are sniper magnets. I have no doubt that snipers are going to come in here and just milk it for what it's worth. That said, there's other things I can do, like here. As I keep saying, that in the original map there was a bit of a problem with this thing here, the airstrip. That's the one. So I had a brain fart moment again. The airstrip always getting hit. So to fix that, I could have put a rock there. I could have put a wall there. But no, all I did was lift the train a little bit, just to cover it. It works. That's all I need to do. Yeah, little things like that will change gameplay. All the maps, practically every map, has been through many different testing stages. Like Whiteout, for example, the original Whiteout was practically the same as Hourglass minus the defences. We changed the defences around. Now it's getting a massive overhaul again because it just doesn't play that well with big maps. Oh, not big maps, but big player counts. Still, the main problem I have with that map is how white it is compared to like SBHs. You can lose an SBH like that in that map. an SPH could be right on you and you still couldn't see it. We have talked about changing the colour of the SPH, but that ain't gonna happen. We do have per map variables we can do on characters and tanks and night vision and stuff like that, which I'll probably have a look at later. No one really uses night vision. It's not that good. I would have preferred like thermal scope, but that's a lot of work involved there. I thought I had a duplicate mesh, but yeah, we got these in. Happy with that. I'm actually going to make another material instance, and I'm going to rotate these 90 degrees because I just don't like this here. It looks better like that. And it does there. Even though you probably wouldn't notice in general. But I want to rotate that one 90 degrees. Just this one, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if I can. I might just leave it bollocks to it. So yeah, I'm actually going to do that now. I'm going to put a box volume around here, blocking volume. Boom. Just because I don't want people getting on here. World. So I don't mind people getting on the back of it, but I don't want people actually getting on top of it, and I don't want tanks on top of it, because people would really rip into that. So nothing's going to get on top of that. Blocking volume. I'm actually going to put a blocking volume around here as well later on. But I'm not going to do that quite yet. I also need to put a blocking volume around here, which I almost forgot. Nope. No. No. Oops. No. Let's just make a new one. Just like that. Right. Sorry about that. So yeah, we want that. Back there. That and that. I was thinking about putting the air buildings in, but after a couple of thoughts, no, I'm not. So yeah. This is just so nothing's blocked going down. I could just raise it a little bit more, but it's fine as it is. Nothing should actually get stuck on there. If it doesn't, if stuff starts getting stuck, I'll just raise this up a little bit. Well, not this, but the entire mesh part plus that. But yeah. Nothing should get stuck on it. And yeah, I need to fix all this. I need to put some rocks down here. I'll be doing that off camera. This is almost the last part I need to do, other than a bunker here, which I'm still not sure what to do with. Bunker there. I'm still waiting on Havoc 89 for all this, because all this I gotta get stripped out. And yeah, I'm not really worried about that. He says he's got it mostly done, he just needs to texture it, which is awesome. As if not, I'll just do what I did there and just slap something in. It's just I'm not the best of modelers. That was just really simple to do, so I did it. This is a bit more complicated. So yeah, there's that done. I'm going to be doing some other stuff as well with rocks. Not this stuff. Might be this stuff, but there is a there's like a debris mesh. Somewhere. I'm not sure what it's called. I know it's there somewhere. I could use stuff like this, but meh, I could just retexture it. I'll have to reapply a material. But yeah, I use stuff like that, and yeah, I just paint it on. But for now, I need to get on with other stuff today. It's a quick, inverted commas, video. Just because I needed to get this stuff in, and now it's in, I'm happy. I'll be sorting all this out for next time. I might even do a like a time-lapse thing, sped up or something. So yeah, catch you in the next one. Ta-da.